Hey guys, before I jump into my 37-week pregnancy update, I did want to just do a really informal nursery tour just to show you what I have in here, but we are going to be moving in about 6 months, so it didn't make sense to put things in the wall and go all out on this nursery. But we have the basics here and we have kind of everything I'd like in my baby girl's nursery, minus the things on the walls and curtains. So let's jump into that and then I will get to my pregnancy update. So when you walk in the door, right over here we have a dresser. This actually was my dresser from middle school that I've just kind of kept throughout the years, and it matches all of the wood in the room, so I thought that was really cool to have her have my dresser. We do have a baby scale because my son was premature. We got one of those and I just think they're useful in general just to have on hand. We just have a few like little baby sunglasses. This is actually like a nursing cover or a car seat cover. This is made by the Earls fam actually, if you watch them on YouTube, and I just love this print. It's really cute. This is just a little like nightlight that I found at a thrift store. And then this little stand I've been using just to put like little bows and things on, but it's just a really basic like 4-hook stand that I got, I think, at Home Goods. This basket is full of like pacifiers and Wubbanub type things, but I actually like the like pacifier holders that aren't Wubbanubs, because these you can put any type of pacifier on. You can like take one off, put a different one on. This one can hold 2 if you wanted. So I like to get a lot of the types that are not like officially Wubbanubs, because I just like them better, and some of them are like really cute, like this one, and this is super soft. So this one is Raz Baby, and this is the Dr. Brown's, like the bottle brand. They make pretty cute little pacifier holders. So in the dresser, it's not that exciting, but I can show you like the top we have organized with these IKEA organizers that I've had forever, and they just work really well. So like headbands, hats. These are more hats, but these are like from my son. Over here we have more of these little bins. I have swimsuits, socks, bloomers, bibs, more bibs. So that's just really helpful and a really cheap way to organize drawers, and we use those organizers for like our own clothes and baby clothes and just like everybody's dressers in our house. Over here I have some like lighting equipment, but I have this chair from IKEA that was in my son's room. It is a rocking chair, and I definitely wanted a rocking chair in here, so I just grabbed this from his room and I put a different chair in his room because he's just about 2, so I didn't really need a rocking chair in his room anymore. So put this in here. This is just a lamp that was in the room before I just left it. But as you can see, there's a lot of mirrors in this room, and that is because this used to be, I called it a dance room, and I just had a bunch of mirrors and I did like yoga or working out just like on a yoga mat in here, and it's a pretty small room, so it makes it look a lot bigger. And these mirrors are from IKEA. They're like $10 each, I think. So we just put a bunch of them together. So we just left them up because might as well. I kind of like it. And I think when we move, we could even like keep them up and do like a little like ballet studio for our daughter or something cute. But they were fun to have as kind of like a little workout room, and then we just left them up. Down here we have a couple baskets of like blankets and swaddles and things, just kind of random piles of things. I have a little like bassinet that I'm probably going to put downstairs in the living room to have just another option to put her down there, but for now it's in here. And then this is her crib. So we do have a DockATot in there. I probably won't ever have her sleep in here in a DockATot, but I do sometimes put the DockATot in our Halo bassinet, and I know that people say not to do that, but I just find that putting a baby straight in a Halo without the like newborn insert is just they have a lot of room to roll around, it seems like, or just like feel like they're not comfortable and secure. So the DockATot helps them just stay in one spot and feel very secure in a bassinet. So I'll probably use that there, and then I just threw it in the crib for now. But once we have her moved to the crib, we'll just have her sleep straight on the crib mattress. But we do also have this little, it's called a love nest, but this is to help them stay flat on their back and to prevent like half of their head being flattened by laying on like one side or the other. And I wouldn't have her sleep with that, but I would, like, if she's laying downstairs with me hanging out for a while, I would have her lay on that. And you can also put that in the stroller if you wanted. We just have a little laundry bin there from Target that was super cheap, so I just threw that there. And then over here, this is a desk that was here in this room already, so I just left it, but it also was a desk that I got, I think, in like 6th or 7th grade, so this is like just about as old as the dresser. That's always been mine. I kind of just kept it around, so left that in here for her. And we just have a really simple changing pad and a basket full of diapers and wipes here, a few little stuffed animals. This is a picture of me as a baby with my mom. I thought that was cute. And then just some little odds and ends. One thing you'll notice in this room, we don't have a lot of storage. I didn't invest in like a storage unit type organizer with drawers and everything because we're going to be moving, and I think I might steal something from my son's room to help organize her room. So we kind of have piles of things, and like it's kind of organized, but it's not like as nice and neat as I would like it. You'll see in the closet. So there's not good lighting in here, but there's just like bins and piles of things. It's all kind of organized out, but we just don't have like an organizer or like a storage bin situation. Because we could easily put one here in the bottom of the closet, but we just haven't bought one, haven't wanted to deal with that right now. And so up here we have like clothes that she's going to grow into, diapers, wipes, things like that. And then we have all of her clothes separated out by size. I actually just only put up everything up to 3 to 6 months for now, and then because this closet isn't that big either, and then when we move we'll put up the rest of the stuff. But that is her closet. And then just right over here we have a little bulletin board that was up before, but it just has a few little things. That's actually my college graduation announcement. Just a few little things, and then that's a poster from my college a cappella group that I just put up because it was pink and I thought it was cute to have in a little girl's room. And then down here I do have just this little toy from IKEA. This was my son's and he still loves it. Like, he'll still play with putting the things in and out on the top and hitting it around. Like, he's like 2. But that's a really good investment at IKEA, and I feel like it's like $20 maybe. But we have loved that, and I'm sure that our daughter's gonna love that too. And then this rug is from my son's room. I actually got him a rug that has like roads, and it's like for playing with cars, like that type of a rug that we got from IKEA. So he has more of like a toddler room now, a big boy room. So we stole this rug from his room, and actually that crib was his crib, but he has a big boy bed now. So a lot of this stuff we stole from his room, which kind of worked out pretty well. So not a super cohesive color scheme, but it's a lot of pinks and greens. That's kind of what I was going for. And this mobile, actually, I wanted to tell you guys about because I bought the top part from Etsy, just like the music box and this little arm. It's super easy to put on like any crib. And then at Michael's, I bought this. It's like twine with wire in it. And then I just picked up this little wreath for super cheap. It was like already put together. It has like a little bit of wood at the bottom, you can see. But I just picked this up for pretty cheap, and then I just put this little wire on it, hooked it up there. And it's like the perfect neutral, adding a touch of greenery, super simple, and it can spin around. Well, here, I'll show you guys how it works when you turn it on. but it's just super simple and sweet and did not cost me a lot of money. And I wanted something that was just gonna like not like be an eyesore, like make a huge statement. I just wanted something simple and kind of more rustic. So I feel like it worked well in my son's room, and I feel like it looks cute in here too. So that's the deal with that. But I think that is everything in baby girl's room currently. All right, you guys, so here we are, 37-week pregnancy update. I cannot believe that I am actually getting to say that. Like, if you would ask me 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, if I thought I was gonna get to 37 weeks, I would have bet money that I was not. And honestly, my blood pressures have not been great. The protein in my urine keeps going up pretty dramatically, but my blood work looks awesome. And it's just been very consistent. Nothing looks alarming. They've been doing it like the past couple weeks, we've been doing it like every 3 or 4 days, and it looks good. And so because of that, I can keep going. And as long as my blood pressure didn't get off the charts to where I would be considered severe preeclampsia, then I could just keep going. So here we are. Today is Friday, and my C-section is scheduled for Monday. I'm probably gonna post this on Saturday, so we're just a couple days away. So as long as I don't have anything crazy happen this weekend, I'm gonna get to go into my scheduled C-section on Monday morning, and everything will be smooth sailing, hopefully. I had 2 doctor's appointments this week, on Tuesday and today, Friday. So on Tuesday, I got to finally meet with the doctor who's actually doing my C-section. I was very impressed. She seemed like she was really aware of preeclampsia. She had dealt with it a lot. She knew kind of what she typically does when someone has preeclampsia. So when she met with me, she was like, okay, here's what I want to do. I want to do another 24-hour urine, because when I do my little sample, like when I go into my appointments, I guess that was showing a little bit elevated levels of protein. So she wanted to do another 24-hour urine just to see like really how bad it had gotten. And it definitely got a lot worse, but I guess not bad enough for there to be any like cause for alarm. I don't know. To me it seems really high, but to give you an idea, for your 24-hour urine, it's supposed to be under 300 for you to not have preeclampsia. If you're over 300, then you technically are diagnosed with preeclampsia. I don't know if you need to have high blood pressure as well. I don't think so though. I think it's just mostly the protein in your urine that is like the number one red flag. So the very first time I did it, I was at like 250 or something. They're like, it looks like you're like going that direction. So that's when I started to get really nervous, and we kind of just were like, all right, well, it seems like you're gonna have preeclampsia. Then when I did it more recently, I think it was like 880. So it was definitely over that 300 mark, but it was kind of about where I was with my son last time. So I was like, okay, like that number is like a number I'm familiar with. That means I definitely have preeclampsia at this point. When I did the 24-hour urine this week, my number was 2200. So it was more than double what it was the last time I did it. And so, I mean, she was definitely right. Like my protein, my urine had gone up significantly, and it was good to do that 24-hour urine to see how much it had gone up. But apparently that number is still not alarming enough for them to want to deliver my baby right then and there. I was actually asking around because I'm a part of a Facebook group with a lot of women who've had preeclampsia and HELLP syndrome, and they were saying that some of them had like 5,000, 10,000, crazy numbers, and that doesn't necessarily mean like that's how sick you are. So I guess my doctor just kind of wanted to see what was going on, but it didn't really mean much. I don't know. But we did that. We also did an ultrasound because with preeclampsia, there is a tendency for the fluid around the baby to be reduced. Other complications with the baby as well are potential. I think sometimes it's like slower growth when you have preeclampsia. So she just wanted to check the fluid levels and just make sure We did an ultrasound a few weeks ago, but she wanted to do another one just to make sure that we weren't surprised when we went into the C-section, or if something did happen randomly one day, like we would know the fluid's good, at least the baby is in a good place. So she just ordered that. We did that same day, and fluid levels were great, so that was good. We did more blood work. That all looked good. And then she did the strep B swab, and I don't know much about that, but I do know that typically they do that for vaginal deliveries, and if you are positive for that, then you have to get antibiotics, I believe, and they probably have to check the baby once the baby comes out. I don't think it necessarily is anything too bad for the mom. It's just a presence of that strep B, but I think it's just something that they like need to keep an eye on the baby for. It's more for the baby than the mom, because I think that presence of that isn't going to harm you at all. It's just they need to know if you're positive or negative. And so when she told me that I had to do that, I was like, that's weird, because I'm not doing a vaginal delivery. Like, we know for sure I am not. But then she said that the pediatricians just want to know if you're positive or negative, because they'll probably run a test on the baby if you're positive. And I don't even know how they could get it if you're doing a C-section. I don't know much about that at all, honestly, but she did the test and I was negative, so we don't even have to worry about that, which is nice. I think that's everything. It was a pretty like extensive appointment, like, because I was meeting with a new doctor, and so she's like, I just want to do all these things because I just want to make sure everything's good, and like I feel good about having you continue on in your pregnancy. So then my appointment today, since my blood work, my 24-hour urine all came back, they felt good about it. I waited till Friday, came back in today, and my blood pressure was a little bit high. It was like 155 over 98, I think, the first time. And then when they took it again, it was like 155 over 86, I think. So it had gone down a little bit on the bottom number, but it's getting kind of to that borderline where it's high, but it's not technically severe, but it's getting close. So it makes me a little bit nervous, but for now, we're technically under that severe mark, so I can keep going a couple more days. If I feel like something's off, she said I could go in over the weekend, and they would, have no hesitation to just do the C-section then, because I'm gonna be 37 weeks tomorrow. So we'll see, but I doubt anything's gonna happen over the weekend, because I've just had a pretty nice couple of weeks, pretty consistent. My blood pressure, like I said, is kind of going up over time, but it's going up really slowly. So I don't know. I mean, I did do an NST at both appointments. The Tuesday one went very well. The one that we did today, for some reason she wasn't moving as much in the second half of the NST, but they're only like 20 minutes long, so I feel like it's not that alarming, because at the beginning she kicked like 5 times and then she probably went to sleep or something. I don't know. But I feel her move all the time, so I'm not too worried about it. But she did say if I notice that she's not moving a lot, I should just go in over the weekend. But I think everything's going to be fine, because I feel like I feel her moving around pretty consistently, and I haven't noticed anything different over the last few days. So I think we're good there. So she feels good about Monday. I feel pretty good about it. It's just crazy to me. But I guess it's all gonna work out. Even though I have preeclampsia, it's just not as severe as it could be. So it's all manageable, and we did a pretty good job of managing it throughout the last few weeks. One thing that I was concerned about, if you've ever had preeclampsia, they typically put you on magnesium when you get there if your blood pressure is really high. So I was on magnesium last time for a couple days when they were trying to induce me, and then during the C-section and all of that. So I asked, like, what do you think is going to happen this time? Do you think I'm going to have to go on magnesium because it makes you super tired and feel sick, and then you're just kind of out of it when you have to like have this new baby and try to start breastfeeding? And I was so tired I like couldn't even breastfeed and stay awake. So I was curious about that because I'm like, I really don't want to wait until my blood pressure is so high that I need the magnesium. I'd rather just go do the C-section before it gets that bad. And that's pretty much what she said, is if you got to the point where I thought you needed magnesium, I would just have you go right into C-section. But at this point, my numbers are low enough that I shouldn't need it, and I should be able to go in on Monday and completely like not ever need magnesium or anything, and I should be fine. So that is the plan. Hopefully that is what we can stick to, because I really don't want to do that again. It just makes you feel gross, and it just makes everything a whole lot harder. Touching on weight gain really quick, I think I'm about at that 20-pound mark, maybe 21 pounds gained. So I feel pretty good about that. Last pregnancy, I think my final number was about 35 pounds gained, but I was so much more swollen. So it definitely makes sense to me that to be about 20 pounds, I think that that's appropriate for this situation. This time around, I feel good about that. In terms of like pain and sleeping and all of that, I'm definitely in a lot of pain in terms of like pelvic floor pain when I'm like standing up trying to walk after I've been sitting for a while. It definitely is just getting harder and harder every day. It seems like sleeping isn't uncomfortable, turning over is uncomfortable, but sleeping is manageable if I didn't have so much insomnia. And I think it's because I'm just thinking about the C-section and just how everything's gonna go, and thinking about things I still need to do around the house. And I think just in general, your anxiety level is really high the last few days. And so it's really hard to like calm myself down and just like relax. And I'm really tired, honestly, because last night I didn't get much sleep. My son also was up multiple times throughout the night. I don't know what's going on with him, but he had a hard night last night, and then I had a hard night too. And so I'm very tired. I'm hoping tonight I can sleep a little bit. We'll see. But I think these last couple nights are going to be hard, just for the sheer fact of anticipation of what's coming, and just hard to turn your mind off. So I think that's kind of everything that I'm feeling right now. I'll definitely do a bump shot so that we have that, but I'll probably take pictures of my stomach like literally the morning of the C-section to get like the most accurate like last minute pictures, and maybe I'll post one of those on Instagram. But this is going to be my last bump update for YouTube. So I guess my next video would probably be my like delivery story, C-section story. I'm probably not gonna do a vlog. I might take a few videos here and there, and we're definitely gonna take a ton of pictures in the hospital, but I don't think I'm gonna have like a formal vlog to put up. But I definitely want to sit down and do my birth story, C-section story for you guys. And so there might be a few little snippets of things in there from the hospital, but that probably will be my next video. And then I'll probably do like a 1 week postpartum update, and then we'll see after that what happens. But that's what I'm thinking. So I really appreciate you guys watching all of these updates and just keeping up to date with everything that's been going on with me. You've been really sweet and just really supportive in the comments and on Instagram, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys checking in on me and just wishing me well during this stressful time, and hoping, you know, that all the tests and the results come back and nothing terrible is happening. If you have not subscribed and you are interested in the postpartum updates and how the C-section goes for me this second time around, then definitely hit the subscribe button and hit that bell button, just because I don't know exactly when I'm going to be posting videos over the next couple weeks, so that will notify you as soon as I do post a video. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Like I said, I will end this with a bump shot for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.